can you walk us through some of the changes that you started with food that maybe I can follow, for example? Like what are some tips that you can share with me as a single mother that works a lot, that doesn't like cooking, where I can kind of like, not have to go through a drive-through, which I don't, but if I'm hungry, I'm going to go through a drive-through.
A lot of recipes are that like I come across that kind of stuff, doing of course a little Googling. I even got a cookbook, A Taste of History. It's about not putting those chemicals in your food. Whenever you were going to like pick out your cottage cheese, for example, if you go and look at, like, if you turn it around, and at first ingredient shopping takes you a really long. I remember I used to be in the grocery store for hours at the beginning, but now I know exactly what has what in it, and it only takes me a second to go through the grocery store. But like Daisy cottage cheese only has 3 ingredients, whereas all the other ones have 30 ingredients. And those chemicals affect your brain. It affects your motivation. It affects a lot of things that we do. And so if we can get a lot of that processed food, fast food out of our diets, the first thing is like, to affect your mind, get the processed foods out first. I mean, that processed stuff that will get you like thinking, I need to get in the gym, because you start like becoming a lot more aware of health, and I used to have brain fog before the chemicals, and now I don't have brain fog anymore.
Yeah, we used to live through the, working all the hours that we used to work.
I work 60 hours a week. You would work 60 hours a week.
Fried chicken, like what? At least
Popeye
or Popeye's chicken.
Yeah. Oh, I love Popeyes.
Yeah,
they got a chicken wing place right down the street called Food Sackley. It's kind of local to here, but I mean, you get a whole dang like family size thing of chicken tenders and big old thing of, I mean, oh my God, you can eat on that thing. But we're eating like that every night pretty much.
Yeah.
It's either that or pizza. I mean, that's what you got to stay. Anything that starts with the word fast, stay away from.
Right.
You want to make your own food at home if you can.
And it's in anything that has the word enriched in it. So like enriched long grain rice is bad for you. Get jasmine rice. It's a great substitute, but they haven't taken the nutrients out of the rice. So you can still eat, and then it can taste so good. But just using like fresh foods and
just pay attention to your labels.
Yeah,
I mean,
labeling
that'll help you more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
They told me about this. They told me about this app. It's called Yuka. I think it's Yuka. Yeah. And it gives you a lot of information on the different, chemicals and all the foods and.
Yes.
I'll say like Yuka approved or whatever. Yeah, we don't go to that extreme, but that is you could just scan it and it'll tell you.
Right.
But we just look at the lesser amount of ingredients, the better.
Like I got a cookbook called Taste of History, because it goes all the way up from like 1740 BC all the way up to 1914, like a pecan pie without the cornstarch in it.
I'm gonna look into that.
So it's like a healthy version of healthier version.
Yeah, that's like pecan pie sounds so freaking good.
Well, and like I make a Snickers, but instead I use like a date, a pecan, some peanut butter, and dip it in dark chocolate. It tastes just like a Snickers. It's delicious.
It really does.
It really does.
Like, especially if you put it in the freezer and it sits on a frozen.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
So it's just knowing like I can still have all the same food that I was eating before. I'm just doing it in a non-processed, healthier way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's all about moderation and the quality of your food. Like even like my eggs, I try to get pasture raised eggs, like the organic cage free. If you take a regular store brand and then one of these, you crack it open, it's night and day.
Yeah,
one will be like oranges. A light orange, and then the or like a yellow.
You could tell them the color.
The food that you're eating, you want to make sure it's eating good stuff too.
Yeah, I saw that a lot of your reels, you're shopping at Aldi's, and there's an Aldi's right around the corner where I just moved to here in Orlando. Yeah. I love that place. It's good quality meats. Yeah. It's reasonably priced.
Yeah, not everything in there is the greatest, but better than most places. So
yeah.
I love it there.
Yeah, I like their funky guacamole. It's got good ingredients in it, and they have these almond flour. There's only one bad ingredient. These little almond flour biscuits. The palm oil is the only bad ingredient.
Oh, I gotta try that.
Made out of almond flour, and like they're really good tasting crackers.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. If you're craving something crunchy, it tastes like it would be bad for you. It's actually not. And it's really good with the guacamole.
So do you for the Ritz crackers? We're going for those almond flour.
Yeah, stay away from Ritz. Yeah, those are horrible.
Yeah.
Do you guys meal prep for the most part, or?
I meal prep all my stuff based, there's one day a week where I eat bad, but all the other days I meal prep. Yeah.